Hi, from this video we are officially going to start supervised machine learning, and now we will discuss a lot of concepts regarding supervised machine learning, and we will start with predictive analysis. Okay, so before we start with predictive analysis, the first thing that we will discuss is what is analysis of data in general. So whenever we are analyzing something, we try to figure out something from the information that we are having. Putting it in simple words, analysis means performing discovery, interpretation, communication, doing something with the information and try to generate meaningful patterns from that particular information or data. Okay, so basically forming some sort of knowledge based on given data is what we call as analysis. You can also relate it with when you are trying to analyze a situation or something. You are trying to figure out what is happening. Okay, now what are different types of analysis when we are talking about data? In general, we have 5 types of analysis, and we are in the course of this machine learning, we will be discussing only the predictive analysis, but we will discuss everything now. First type of analysis is descriptive analysis. As the name suggests, it is descriptive. It describes what has already happened. Okay, it is describing what has happened in the scenario. Diagnostic analysis, on the other hand, it is you can relate it whenever you're troubleshooting some of the problems of your PC, then a diagnostic report is generated, right? So basically it is telling you why a particular thing happened. The third type is the predictive analysis. As the name is suggesting, we are trying to predict something. Okay, so given the historical data, given the data from the past, we are trying to generate the result for the future events or the events that has not happened yet, and this is where machine learning algorithms are used. Okay, the fourth type is prescriptive analysis, and relating it to the doctors, because they provide a prescription of medicines, right? So prescription means you are knowing what you should do to achieve something. Okay, to get well you should eat these medicines. Okay, so similarly, what should you do to achieve a particular result? And the fifth type is the cognitive analysis, and cognitive analysis is where the automation is introduced. So you have performed all the analysis on your data, and now you want to automate that. This is where you use the cognitive analysis, and this is where you cause something to happen. Okay, so this was about the analysis, and in our course, from now on we are just going to discuss the predictive analysis, because this is where machine learning algorithms are used. Now, what is predictive analysis? Now, predictive analysis is just this is current course focuses on. So what is predictive analysis? Predictive analysis is you take the current data and you combine that data with any type of the algorithms. You can use statistical techniques, you can do data mining, you can perform predictive modeling, you can perform machine learning. Basically you do all type of models, and using this combination you provide future predictions. This is what entire predictive analysis model is. If you talk it if you make it simple, then I'll say just combine data with some algorithm and create a model and use that model to predict something. Okay, now we'll talk about what is a predictive analysis process. What is the life cycle of predictive analysis? Now we have 5 steps in life cycle of predictive analysis. First step is prepare the data, and preparing data also means that you are acquiring data, you are collecting data from available sources. For example, if you want to create a model to analyze if a person is going to buy something, then you have to acquire the data of his or her past purchases, right? Then you perform the feature engineering, because entire data is not going to be relevant for you. You will only need a few features from your data that will be relevant for building your model, and this feature engineering is exactly this. You understand what is important for your model. For example, if you are creating a model for gender and their purchase amount. Okay, so in this particular model, age has no relevance, okay, because you are just focusing on gender, right? So the most relevant feature is gender and irrelevant feature is age. So basically you can pick only the features that are required for your model. Then using those features that you have just picked, you create a model. Okay, you build a model by applying some of the machine learning algorithms in that particular model, or the techniques that we just discussed here. Then we build a model and we make some predictions, and then we do the performance measure of our predictions. Okay, we see how accurate is our predictions, and we give some type of rating, which we will see very soon, ROC curve and everything. So we do some type of performance measure, and if you are satisfied with the result, then well and good. If we are not satisfied, then we do performance improvement, and by doing the performance improvement, we can jump into any step of the life cycle, and we can start back, we can start again. Okay, now we have two types of predictive analysis. First is predictive modeling and second is forecasting. uh, in the predictive modeling kind of thing, we do predictive we do predictions based on the historical data. Okay, and this is what linear regression classifications will be used. Okay, we will be seeing everything. And we used regression when the data is continuous and classification when data is discrete. Basically, regressions are used when data is numerical, and classifications are used when data is categorical. Okay. Yes. So this is the predictive modeling. You will understand everything when you will proceed in the course. It's okay if you are not understanding everything right now. Another type of predictive analysis is forecasting, and in forecasting we deal with time series data, the data which is coming every second. Okay, for example, the weather report, you need to analyze weather of every second of every day, right, to predict the weather. And for example, the stock price also, you need to analyze stock prices every day. Okay, so the time series data is what we call as forecasting. So these are two types of predictive analysis. We can perform predictive modeling, or we can do forecasting. Okay, now what are some examples of predictive models? This is a small thing. You will right now you may not see it through, but after you understand all the concept, you will just you will be able to tell which particular type of model is going to fall in which category. Okay, so regression is house price predictions, or height versus PP, demand forecasting, sale forecasting, stock price forecasting, and everything. Classification in classification you get data like, if black and white data basically. So for example, if a mail is spam or not, if a sentiment is good, is positive or negative, medical diagnostic, if a person is having cancer or not. Okay, so black and white data, categorical data, yes or no wala data. And the time series forecasting is just sales for all types of forecasting, right? Stock market demand, if there is going to be demand in the future, and if there what are going to be sales like, all that kind of data. Now we are done with our predictive analysis, and from the next video we'll start with the linear regression.